Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Sorry I did not have a video for you last week. It was Halloween and it was my son's birthday, so I just wanted to take some time off. I did have a video filmed. I was almost finished uploading it and I realized that I had lipstick on my teeth most of the video, so I did not want to upload it. That was going to be last week's video, but just didn't work out. I'm back this week with a video and I created this makeup look, which is a purple burgundy eyeshadow look, and I paired it with a bright bold lip. So if you are interested in seeing how I achieve this look, then just keep watching. To mention, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. I would love to have you here. So give the video a thumbs up before leaving and hit the bell so you'll be notified of any future uploads. If you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I'm going to start off with priming my face, and I picked up this e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. I've heard a lot of good stuff about this primer. Apparently my skin is going through it. It is very dry right now and it's peeling on my nose and it's a little dry in my T-zone, so I wanted to try this. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. So it does have a little shininess to it. It's really buttery. I'm just gonna take some and rub it over my face. I am going to be using a dewy foundation. I'm not worried about this primer not being moisturizing enough because I know that the foundation that I'm going to be using is really hydrating. Moving on to my brows, I'm going to be using the Essence Eyebrow Designer in the shade Deep Brown. So I've been using the Wet n Wild one, but I wanted to switch it up. So I had this one, so I'm just going to give it a try. It's been a while since I used it. The shade's not really my color. It's a little light for me, but it will be better once I add the eyebrow gel. I don't know why, for me, going back and editing all the clips, my eyebrows seriously take forever to do. I'm like, this is too much footage spent on my eyebrows. I don't know why the hell it takes me so long. I didn't feel like I took a long time on my eyebrows, but like, looking through all the footage, I noticed that, yeah girl, you took too long doing your eyebrows. Let me know if you can relate. I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up. I'm gonna take an M432 brush, which all the brushes that I use are Morphe brushes, and I'm gonna take some of my foundation, and that's the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation, and I'm in the shade Soft Ivory. I'm just gonna use that to clean up my brows. I'm just taking a damp sponge and blending that into my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Essence Make Me Brow Gel and Brownie Brows. Of course, that one I always use. I need to like find another one that is as good as this one. I haven't been to Ulta in forever. I need to go there and just splurge a little bit on some makeup products. But now my brows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and start priming my eyes. And for eye primer, I'm gonna be using the Too Faced 24-Hour Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer. And I like to apply a generous amount. When I first used this, I thought, wow, this is super runny and it's not gonna work at all, because compared to the ABH eye primer, this is very creamy texture to it, but it does work well. I'm gonna take a brush and apply it all over my eyelid. For palettes, I'm going to be using the Dear Santa palette from Kylie Jenner. There's a few burgundy tones in this palette that I want to use. And then I'm also going to be using the Ménage à Moi palette from ColourPop. There's a few purple burgundy tones in this palette. I'm going to be dipping into the Kylie Dear Santa palette, and I'm going to be picking up the shade right here, Kris Kringle. That is going to be my transition shade. I'm trying to bring this shadow high above my eye socket, but not too close to the brow bone. I'm just going to keep building it up and blending it out as well. Now that I have that on, I'm going to go ahead and start deepening up the crease. I'm going to pick up the shade Peppermint Princess and put that into my crease. So I think I'm gonna go for a halo eye. So I'm kind of deepening the outer and inner portion and leaving the center a little empty, just to give some dimension to the eye. gonna go into the ColourPop Menage a Moi palette, and I'm gonna be picking up the shade No Drama. And I'm just gonna be placing this into outer and inner portions of my eyelid. I'm gonna get some Q-tip with my Garnier Micellar Water to remove some of the product from the center of my eye. I'm just doing this step because I want a cleaner base for that shimmer shadow. Next, I'm gonna take some of the eyeshadow primer and put a little bit of product in the area that I just removed the shadow from. What I like to do with these types of shadows that have glitter in it is I like to just go ahead and apply it with my fingertips. So I'm gonna take the two shades Big T's and Confess, and I'm gonna mix those and place that right directly into the center of my eye. This is a really pretty rose gold color. I'm gonna mix some of the Big T's, which is more of a silvery undertone. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and go back in with those colors, reapply it to make it blend better with the shimmer shadow. Now I kind of want to pack this in, so I'm gonna use a pencil brush, something like this. I'm gonna go back in with No Drama from ColourPop. Then I'm gonna take the shade Dessert from Kylie's palette to define the crease. This shade color is very similar to No Drama, but just a hint darker. Now I'm just taking a little bit of Kris Kringle shade and applying that higher up just so I can get some of that pink shadow back for contrast. Now it's time to move on to my foundation, and like I mentioned, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation in the shade Soft Ivory. I'm just going to take a damp sponge and blend that in, and the sponge is from Shein and it's so good. It's from a set. They all work really, really good. They're super soft. And now I'm gonna move on to my concealer. For my concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 05 Ivory. And then I'm gonna go over it with some e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light Peach. I wanted a creamy base because I do like the color of the e.l.f. one, but it is very drying, so I wanted a little bit of creaminess under for the base. But this one here is a good one as well. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this in my T-zone. I like the consistency of this concealer, but it just doesn't have a lot of full coverage to it, and my under eyes are pretty dark, so I like to use the e.l.f. one. Alright, and I've taken this one. You don't need too much product. A little bit goes a long way with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in shade 05 Fair. I'm gonna go ahead and use some mascara, and this is the Shein Waterproof Mascara. So good, makes your lashes really long. My eyelashes are like little spider legs, and this really makes them pop and adds a lot of length to them and makes them really visible, which I'm super impressed because it was only $4. I move on to lips, and I'm gonna line them with a Wet n Wild, which is a gel lip liner in the shade Plum Together. I really like these lip liners from Wet n Wild. They're very creamy. You don't need like a base to apply before you use them. And then for the lipstick, I'm using the L'Oreal Paris, is in the shade I Enjoy or Enjoy. Now we're gonna move on to lashes. I think I might use these. These are from Kiss and they are the Halloween ones. I found them in my clearance section in Walmart, already marked down to 50 cents. So I grabbed a few pairs. They're originally around $4 during Halloween. Taking my dual lash glue, it's a green one, and I am gonna apply that onto the lash band and also onto my eyelid. Alright, so let's move on to the lower lash line. I'm gonna go back in with Kris Kringle. Then I'm gonna take the shade Dessert from the Kylie palette. Okay, and then I'm just gonna apply mascara to those lashes. I'm gonna move on to bronzing my face, and for bronzer I'm gonna use this contouring palette from Wet n Wild, and this is in Dulce de Leche. For highlight, I'm gonna take the ColourPop Flexitarian. I'm gonna run some white eyeliner under my eyes, and I'm taking the NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Milk. To set my makeup, I'm gonna use this NYX Bear With Me spray. So this is the finished look. I love how it came out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you leave. Also subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, and hit the bell so you'll be notified of any future uploads. Until next time.